Cleared for takeoff runway 27 left Airbus 320.
New objective takeoff on runway 2 steps. Main panel floodlight, rudder controls. To steer the aircraft on the ground, use right trigger/left trigger.
Philadelphia Tower, American Tree 242 Heavy 13 miles east, inbound ILS runway 27 left approach. American Tree 242 Heavy, Philadelphia Tower. Altimeter 29.9 wind calm, cleared ILS runway 27 left approach. Airbus 320, continue for west departure.
Philadelphia Tower Airbus Alpha Sierra X-Ray 320, continue for west departure.
Airbus 320, leading by airspace, frequency change approved.
Philadelphia Tower Airbus Alpha Sierra X-Ray 320, frequency change.
Press A to interact.
Philadelphia approach Airbus Alpha Sierra X-Ray 320 is type Airbus A20 and 1 miles east of 9 November 1000 feet. Request clearance to transition Bravo airspace.
Airbus Alpha Sierra X-Ray 320 Philadelphia approach. Squawk 0153.
Resume flight control.
Squawk 0153 Airbus 320.
Airbus 320 radar contact 2 miles northwest of 9 November to 1,400 feet. Cleared through the Bravo airspace.
The initial phase of
Maintain
takeoff
own
at
navigation.
rate of climb to reach cruise altitude.
Cleared through the Bravo airspace Airbus 320.
AI control while cursor active. AI pilot assist is currently flying the aircraft while the cursor is active. To resume flight controls, press left stick to exit cursor mode. AI control. The aircraft is currently being flown by the AI pilot assist and will not accept user input. To resume manual flight control. AI control while cursor active. AI pilot assist is currently flying the aircraft while the cursor is active. To resume flight controls, press left stick to exit cursor mode.
Airbus 320 contact Philadelphia approach on 133.875.
AI control while cursor
Good day.
active. AI pilot assist is currently flying.
Going to
the
133.875 Airbus 320. Philadelphia approach Airbus Alpha Sierra X-Ray 320 3,100 feet.
and/.
Airbus Alpha Sierra X-Ray 320 Philadelphia, approach altimeter 29.9 radar contact, continue.
Points of interest. Focus on the nearest airport landmark for point of interest. Press left bumper plus A. Isolene map. On. Toggle button. Select to adjust setting. Safety master warning. /A. Acknowledge. Press A to interact. Switch pump. On. Set tank pump to position. Press A to interact.
320, you're leaving my airspace radar service. Terminated squawk 1200. Frequency change approved.
Squawk 1200. Frequency change approved. Airbus 320. New York Center Airbus Alpha Sierra X-Ray 320 is type Airbus A20 and 6 miles southeast of Tree 9er, November 9,700 feet. Request flight following.
Brickyard Tree 606 heavy contact New York Center on 133.15. Good day. Airbus Alpha Sierra X-Ray 320 New York Center. Squawk 5331.
Squawk 5331 Airbus 320.
Airbus 320 radar contact 7 miles east of Tree 9er, November 10,200 feet. Altimeter 29.92.
Roger Airbus 320.
Going to 133.15 Brickyard Tree 606 heavy. United Tree 4 heavy contact Philadelphia approach on
The aircraft is
128.55.
currently being flown
Good
by
day.
AI pilot assist and will not accept user input. Resume manual.
128.55 United Tree 4 heavy. Goodbye. New York Center JetBlue 560 heavy is at flight level 200 descending 17,000 feet. JetBlue 560 heavy New York Center radar contact continue. JetBlue 14908 heavy contact New York Center on 121.125. Good day. New York Center Lindbergh 441 Tree is passing 8,100 feet, climbing flight level 200. Lindbergh 441 Tree, New York Center altimeter 29.92 radar contact, continue to Metro. Lindbergh 441 Tree contact Potomac approach on 124.55. Good day. Going to 121.125 JetBlue 14908 heavy. Delta 6901 heavy, you are 18 miles southwest. Descend and maintain 2,000 feet. Expect ILS runway tree 1 left approach via Chant transition. Clear to Chant. New York Center American 2808 heavy is passing 10,100 feet, climbing flight level 240. American 2808 heavy New York Center altimeter 29.92 radar contact, continue to Minx. 124.55 Lindbergh 441 Tree. Goodbye. Descend and maintain 2,000 feet. Expect ILS runway tree 1 left approach via Chant transition. Cleared to Chant Delta 6901 heavy. Delta 6901 heavy contact New York Center on 121.125. Good day. Going to 121.125 Delta 6901 heavy. Airbus 320 contact New York Center on 121.125. Good day. American 2808 heavy contact New York approach on 125.85. Good day.
Going to 121.125 Airbus 320. New York Center Airbus Alpha Sierra X-Ray 320 14,900 feet.
JetBlue 149er 8 Heavy, you are 7 miles northwest. Climb and maintain 16,000 feet. Expect vectors ILS runway, tree 1 right approach. Airbus Alpha Sierra X-ray, tree 20, New York center altimeter, 29er, 2 radar contact, continue. Climb and maintain 16,000 feet. Expect vectors ILS runway, tree 1 right approach JetBlue 149er 8 Heavy. New York Center, United 146 Heavy is passing 16,200 feet, climbing flight level 290. United 146 Heavy, New York Center altimeter 29er, 2 radar contact, continue. United 146 Heavy, contact Philadelphia departure on 119.2. Good day. Airbus Tree 20 traffic is 10 o'clock 4 miles at flight level 185 Airbus A20N. Report them in sight.
Airbus Tree 20 have the Airbus A20N in sight. .2 United 146 Heavy. Goodbye. New York Center, United 146 Heavy is passing 11,900 feet, climbing flight level 290. United 146 Heavy, New York Center altimeter 29er, 2 radar contact, continue. Airbus Tree 20 contact Boston Center on 1 tree, 2 decimal tree. Good day. 1 tree 2 decimal tree Airbus Tree 20. Goodbye.
Isoline map.
Boston Center Airbus Alpha Sierra X-ray Tree 20 flight level 190.
Select adjust setting.
Airbus Alpha Sierra X-ray Tree 20 Boston Center radar contact, continue. Boston Center, United 146 Heavy is passing 16,300 feet, climbing flight level 290. United 146 Heavy, Boston Center altimeter 29er, 2 radar contact, continue. 2,900 feet, climbing flight level 230. Singapore 2-tree heavy Boston Center altimeter 29.9, 2 radar contact, continue. Airbus tree 20 contact Boston Center on 128.1. Good day.
Going to 128.1 Airbus tree 20. Boston Center Airbus Alpha Sierra X-ray tree 20 flight level 215.
Airbus Alpha Sierra X-ray tree 20 Boston Center radar contact, continue. Boston Center United 146 Heavy is at 17,100 feet, climbing flight level 290. United 146 Heavy Boston Center altimeter 29.9, 2 radar contact, continue. Boston Center Singapore 2-tree Heavy is passing 14,200 feet, climbing flight level 230. Singapore 2-tree Heavy Boston Center altimeter 29.9, 2 radar contact, continue. Singapore 2-tree Heavy contact Boston Center on 132.3. Good day. One 132.3 Singapore 2-tree Heavy. Goodbye. Airbus Tree 20, contact Boston Center on 124.85. Good day.
124.85 Airbus Tree 20. Goodbye. Boston Center Airbus Alpha Sierra X-Ray Tree 20 flight level 185.
Airbus Alpha Sierra X-Ray Tree 20 Boston Center radar contact. Continue. Boston Center, United 146 Heavy is at flight level 290, climbing flight level tree 50. United 146 Heavy, Boston Center, radar contact, continue.
Flight assistant. AI anti-stall protection.
JetBlue 1128 Heavy, you are 2 miles southwest.
Flight
Descend
assistant.
and maintain 3,000 feet. Expect ILS runway tree for approach via Papa Victor Delta transition. Cleared to Papa Victor Delta. Descend and maintain 2,000 feet. Expect ILS runway tree 4 approach via Papa Victor Delta transition. Cleared to Papa Victor Delta JetBlue 1128 Heavy. JetBlue 1128 Heavy contact approach on 123.675. Good day. One two three decimal 675 JetBlue 1128 Heavy. Goodbye. United 146 Heavy contact center on 127.65. Good day. .65 United 146 Heavy. Goodbye. Brickyard 5840 Heavy contact center on 127.65. Good day. Airbus Tree 20 contact approach on 123.675. Good day.
Going to 123.675 Airbus Tree 20. Approach Airbus Alpha Sierra X-Ray Tree 2010,900 feet.
Airbus Alpha Sierra X-Ray Tree 20 approach altimeter 29.9 radar contact. Continue.
Safety master caution. N/A. WPT. Off. Toggle waypoint information's display. Press A to interact.
JetBlue 1128 Heavy, you are 3 miles southwest of Providence. Contact Providence Tower on 120.7 when inbound. Tower on 120.7 JetBlue 1128 Heavy. contact approach on 124.1. Good day.
124.1 Airbus Tree 20. Goodbye. Approach Airbus Alpha Sierra X-Ray Tree 20 6,600 feet.
Airbus Alpha Sierra X-Ray Tree 20, approach altimeter 29.902, radar contact, continue.
OHG. Toggle barrel units displayed. Press A to interact.
Approach Airbus Alpha Sierra X-Ray Tree 20. Request clearance to transition Bravo airspace.
Airbus Alpha Sierra X-Ray Tree 20, approach. Cleared through the Bravo airspace.
Cleared through Bravo airspace Airbus Tree 20.
2,500. $1,000.
Safety master warning. Hand slashing. Acknowledge. Press A to interact.
Boston Tower Airbus Alpha Sierra X-Ray Tree 20 is 1 mile southeast 500 feet with Echo to land.
Airbus Alpha Sierra X-Ray Tree 20 Boston Tower. Altimeter 29.9er, 2 wind comm enter, left traffic runway, tree left.
Fly left traffic runway tree left Airbus Tree 20.
Overspeed.
JetBlue 29er, 24 heavy, turn next taxiway.
Overspeed.
On approach. Follow instructions to enter the traffic pattern at the arrival airport. For extra guidance, use the flight assistant panel in the toolbar menu or ask ATC for directions.
JetBlue 29er, 24 heavy, exit runway when able. United 10 tree, 2 heavy, go around. Going around United 10 tree, 2 heavy. United 10 tree, 2 heavy, contact Boston approach on 127.2. Good day. JetBlue 29er, 24 heavy, turn next taxiway. Going to 127.2 United 10 tree, 2 heavy. JetBlue 29er, 24 Heavy, turn next taxiway. Austin Tower, Brickyard 5676 Heavy at runway 27 ready for departure IFR to Richmond. Brickyard 5676 Heavy, hold short runway 27. Traffic is Airbus A20N on the runway. JetBlue 270 Heavy, go around. Hold short runway 27 Brickyard 5676 Heavy. JetBlue 29er, 24 Heavy, exit runway when able. Going around JetBlue 270 Heavy. JetBlue 270 Heavy, contact Boston approach on 118.25. Good day. JetBlue 270 Heavy. Goodbye. JetBlue 29er, 24 Heavy, exit runway when able. American 1805 Heavy number tree for landing. Follow the aircraft on final. Wind calm, cleared to land runway 27. JetBlue 29er, 24 Heavy number tree for landing. Follow the Airbus A20N on final. Wind calm, cleared to land runway 27. Cleared to land runway 27 number tree American 1805 Heavy. Delta 888 Heavy number 4 for landing. Follow the aircraft on final. Wind calm, cleared to land runway 27. Cleared to land runway 27 number tree JetBlue 29er, 24 Heavy. Cleared to land runway 27 number 4 Delta 888 Heavy. Austin Tower, JetBlue 561 Heavy ready for departure runway 27 IFR to San Juan. JetBlue 561 Heavy, hold short runway 27. Traffic is Airbus A20N on final. Hold short runway 27 JetBlue 561 Heavy. American 1805 Heavy, exit runway when able. American 1805 Heavy, contact ground on 121.75. JetBlue 561 Heavy, altimeter 29er.9er, 2 in comm traffic is Airbus A20N on final. Cleared for takeoff runway 27. Going to 121.75 American 1805 Heavy. takeoff runway 27 JetBlue 561 Heavy. Airbus Tree 20, follow the Airbus A20N on final. Wind calm, cleared to land runway tree left.
Cleared to land runway tree left Airbus Tree 20.
Austin Tower Emirates 238 Heavy at runway 27 ready for departure IFR to Dubai. Emirates 238 Heavy hold short runway 27. Traffic is Airbus A20N on final. Hold short runway 27 Emirates 238 Heavy. JetBlue 561 Heavy contact Boston departure on 133.0. Good day. .0 JetBlue 561 Heavy. Goodbye. Delta 888 Heavy, turn next taxiway. Delta 888 Heavy contact ground on 134.05. Emirates 238 Heavy altimeter 29.92 wind calm. Cleared for takeoff runway 27. Tree 4.05, Delta 888 Heavy. Goodbye. Cleared for takeoff runway 27 Emirates 238 Heavy. Emirates 238 Heavy contact Boston departure on 133.0. Good day. .0 Emirates 238 Heavy. Goodbye.
Objective, prepare to land at destination airport. 3 steps.
Austin Tower Delta 522 Heavy 15 miles east inbound visual runway tree right approach. Delta 522 Heavy Boston Tower. Altimeter 29er, 2 wind calm, cleared, visual runway tree right approach. Cleared visual runway tree right approach Delta 522 heavy.
1000. $500. 400. 300. 200. 100. 60. 20. 5.
New objective taxi aircraft to chosen destination.
Airbus tree 20, turn next
1
taxiway.
steps.
Airbus tree 20, contact ground on 1 tree 4.05.
Taxi clearance.
Sun Country 249er heavy number 2 for landing. Follow the Airbus A20N on final. Wind calm, cleared to land runway 27. Delta 522 heavy wind calm, cleared to land runway tree right.
134.05 Airbus tree 20. Goodbye.